Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial on Python project Kickstart. Okay, so creating your first project in this tutorial, we'll walk through the process of creating your first Python project and exploring the structure and writing a simple script to get started. Okay, so let's start it. So first I am setting up your project. Okay, before we begin coding, so let's set up a new Python project. Okay, and organizing your code is essential for maintainability and collaboration. Okay, so previous tutorial I am created for the download and installation for the PyCharm and Python. Okay, so now open my preferred code editor, the PyCharm. Okay, and create a new folder for your project. Okay, so the project is the Python project, my folder name. Okay, and then create for the code for in this file. Okay, so in this step we are created a project dictionary named for the Python project. The folder will contain all our project file. Okay, so now project setup. Let's create a simple Python script to get started. Okay, so now I am create for the dictionary, write a new Python file. Okay, just click and click for new, then right side click and then click for the Python file. The name is for first project, and already extension created. Okay, so just press the enter. Okay, so file is created and write a simple Python project for a script. Suppose example I am create for is the print. It's print and double quotation. Create for is then hello for Python. So now created is the Python. Okay, Python, and just select and save this code. Okay, and let me run this code. Okay, right click and run the first project. Okay, so as you can see the result is printed. The result is hello print. Okay, so in this tutorial I am created for the first project for Python. Okay, so let's run our Python script and see the output. Okay, so now I am changed for again for printed for this result. Okay, this is the so hello, it's Python world. Okay, it's Python world, and so again save this code. Okay, and let me run this code. Okay, so as you can see the change is the result is hello Python world. Okay, so in this tutorial I am simply create for a simple Python code for get started. So within your project dictionary, create a Python file for the extension .py and write a simple project for Python is the print and hello print world. Okay, so in this step we are created a Python script and within our project dictionary. Okay, so in this tutorial, we are executed our Python script and should see hello Python world printed to the console. Okay, And congratulations, you are just run your first Python program in this project. Okay. And there you have it. You are successfully created your first Python project and set up a virtual environment and written a simple project. Okay. This is just the beginning of your Python journey. Okay. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone. Welcome back to today's new tutorial. The topic is the syntax for Python. Okay. So today we are diving into the heart of Python with a crash course in syntax. Okay. So you will have a solid function and fundamentation in programming for Python programming language. Okay, so let's get started. So first I am the print statement created. Okay, so let's create it. So first time create for in our journey begins with the simplest yet crucial statement in Python. Okay, so create the print. It's print and print statement, and if it's our way of communicating with the Python interpreter. Okay, so let's create is the parenthesis and create for is the double quotation. Okay, so now I am create for is the create for first time create is the hello. Okay, hello, and create for is the world. Okay, world. Okay, so in this code for save. Okay, and just click for the run. Okay, so in the syntax, so this is the result is printed is hello world. Okay, so now I'm changed for is use for extra word. Okay, so I'm just create for is the Python. Okay, it's Python, and again save this code. Okay, and let me run this code. Okay, this is the result is the Python world. Okay, so and next topic I am just task for the variables and data types. Okay, so the Python is dynamically typed, managing you don't declare the type of a variable. Okay, so we will explore variable and common data type likes are. So first time create is variables and data. First time create is the name. Okay, and is equal for double quotation is the name is the Zohan. Okay, now I'm create for is the age. Okay, its age is equal for 25. Okay, and now I'm create for is the height. Its height is equal for 1.75. Okay, and now I'm create for is and underscore for the student. Okay, it's student. Okay, so it's equal for is false. Okay, so this is the variable for data types are string, integers, float, and boolean types. Okay, in this tutorial I am also created for the basic operations in Python. Okay, so the Python is a powerhouse for mathematical operation. We will cover the, so let's create. So in this code remove and just create is a basic operation for each result. Okay, result is equal for 10 addition 5. Okay, and now I'm create for is the product. Its product equal for 7 subtraction is subtraction for 5. Okay, and now I am again create for is coordinate. Okay, its coordinate is equal for 20 multiplication for 4. Okay. And I am last create for is the power. Okay. Its power 4 is equal for 2 double multiplication. It's the division. Okay. And it's the multiplication is 3. Okay. So this is the basic operation for the Python, and it's created for first time create is the addition, and then for multiplication, division, and even exponentiation. Okay. In this tutorial, the most important topic is the conditional statement. Okay. So the conditional statement is a decision learn how to make your Python program choose different paths based on conditions with if, else and else if. Okay. So let's create it the conditional statement. Okay. So first time created is the age and age for 18. Okay. And now I'm create for the if statement for age and is greater than equal for 18. Okay. And just create for a clone, and then create for is the print statement. Okay. It's print for double quotation you are an adult. You are an it's adult. Okay. And now I'm create for is the else statement. Okay. It's else. Then create for is the print statement and double quotation for use a you are a minor. Okay. And save this code is for so run. Okay, as you can see the result is the you are an adult. Okay, cause it's for greater than is equal for 18. Okay, so in this tutorial I am cover for is the basic syntax statement, then create for is variable and data type, and last time create for is the conditional statement. Okay, so congratulations, you are just scratched the surface of Python from basic syntax to fundamental concept. You are now ready to explore the vast world of Python programming. Keep coding, keep exploring, and may your Python script run is flawlessly. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial on Python comments. So unlocking the power of code explanations. In this tutorial we'll explore the importance of comments in Python. Okay, so let's get started. So, understanding the purpose of comments. So, comments are essential for making your code more understandable and maintainable. So, they provide explanations, documentations, and insight into the logic of your code. Okay. So, let's see how to use comments in Python. Okay. So, first I am create for the single line comment. Okay. So, suppose I am create for is the result. Okay. Its result is equal for 10. Okay. And now I am use for the single line comment. Okay. So first time create is the hash, and then create for is the this is a single line comment. Okay. It's comment. Okay. And now I'm create for the print. Okay. Print is print, and then double quotation used for is the hello and world. And now in this magic, So I am just create for hash this line or comment. Okay. So this is a single line comment. Okay. And now I am use for the multiple line comment. Okay. So let's create it. So I am used for multiple line comments. So in this for remove and just I am create for. Okay. So create is in this for remove. Okay. So now I am create for is the this is a comment. Okay. And now I am again for create is the hashtag for is written in. Okay. It's written in. And now I am again create for the comment for the is the more than just one line. Okay. Just on line. Okay. So this is for comment for multiple line. Okay. Now I am create for is the another way for the multiple line. Okay. Now I am create for in this code for remove. Okay. And just I am click for is the its quotation. Okay. And just I am create for is the this is a multiple line. Okay. It's multiple line. And then I am create for is the its spans. Okay. Its spans. Its spans for multiple. It's multiple and is enclosed by triple quotes. Okay. Enclosed by triple bar quotes. Okay. So this is a multiple line code. Okay. So in this example, we use for triple quotes to create a multiple line comment. For another appears into use multiple single line comments consecutively. Okay. So now I am creating for the simple problem for is the use is the doc string. Okay. So let's create it. So in this code for it's remove. Okay. And now I am create for is the doc strings. In this example, we use the doc string to document the purpose of the grade function. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the div. Okay. And then create for is the grade method. Okay. And grade for the name. Okay. Its name. And then create for is the clone. Okay. And now I'm create for in this multiple line. Okay. So it's create for the so this function takes a name as a parameter and prints a grading. Okay. It's grading. And now I'm print for the grading method. Okay. So let's create is the print and then create for is the double quotation is create for is the hello, then create for is the plus sign. Okay. and then create is the name, and then create for is the again for plus sign, and create for again the double quotations, and create. So the code is completed, and in this code for the doc strings are enclosed the triple quotes are placed immediately after the function, module or class definition. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so comments. So this is the result for is print. Okay, so in this tutorial are completely for uses the single line comment and multiple line comment. Okay, so in this tutorial, and there you have it, a guide to using the comments effectively in Python. For remember, good comment enhance the readability and maintainability of your code. Okay, use them and wisely. So the Python programming content is for the most interesting topic. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are diving into the world of while loops in Python. So join me as we explore the power of repetition and learn how while loops can be the key to efficient and dynamic programming. So first of all, I'm understanding the essence of logic for loops. So at the core of programming lies the need for repetition. While loop in Python provide us with a mechanism to execute a block of code repeatedly as long as certain condition is true. So today we unlock the power of repetition with while loops. Okay, so let's create it. So first of all, I'm create the basic structure of while loop. Okay, so the code inside the loop will be executed as long as the condition is true. Okay, so let's create it. So first I will create the basic structure is count. Its count is equal to 0. Okay, and now I'm create for is the while loop for count and less than for 5, and then use clone, and print function used for the double quotation is first time create if, and create is double quotation, create is the count. Okay, is count, then clone for curly braces, create is the count. Okay, so now I'm create for is the count is increment. Okay, it's count for increment is equal 1. Okay, so here in this example, the while loop will continue executing as long as the condition for count less than 5 is true. With each iteration, the count is increased and the loop prints the current count. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. For it simply hits the fantastic in this run option, and in this run the program is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's the simple code is created. And next time create is the infinite loop with an exist condition. Okay, so in this while loops have great power. Out with great power comes great responsibility, are continuous of creating infinite loop. Okay, so let's create it. So first of all, I'm create is the total. Okay, its total for is equal 0, and next time create is a while loop is true. Okay, and then create is clone, and now I'm create for is the user input. Okay, user input is equal for the input method for enter a number, for type its type, then single quotation create is the exist. Okay, it's the exist 2 for 2, stop. Okay, and create the clone. Now I'll create for is the if statement for the user input dot lower method for is double equal for is create is the exist method. Okay, it's exist and create again clone, and now for break in this statement and create is the total, it's total plus for increment is the integer type for user underscore input. Okay, and now I am print function use and create for is the double quotation for total. Okay, is total for clone and curly braces create is the is total. Okay, so complete this code, and here is create for is the total is plus equal operator used for integer user input. Okay, so in this example we use a while loop to continuously promote the user for numbers until the type exists. The loop break within the exist condition is met. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed for is the entire number type exists to stop. Okay, so the number is the it's 90. It's enter for is the again for the 80. Okay, it's continuously running. Okay, so next step I'm create for is the using else with while loops. The while loops can also have an else block. Okay, so it's add a finishing touch to your looping logic. Okay, so let's create it. So in this example, in this code for remove, and now I'm create for again is count for equals 0, and now I'm create for is a while loop. Okay, and then create is count is less than 5, and clone. Now I'm create for is a print function and print for the count, it's count, and clone for curly braces is count. Okay, and now I'm create for is the count function is plus equal 1. Okay, and now I'm create for is the else statement, then create for is the print function for double quotation use the loop complete successfully. Okay, it's successfully. So save this code, and here the else block is executed when the while loop condition becomes false. In this example, a print loop completed successfully once the loop has iterated 5 times. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. Okay, so as you can see, the result is for stop. Okay, so it's printed for the result is loop are completed successfully. Okay, so in this tutorial, while loops in Python are the key to efficient and dynamic repetition. Either you are iterating a specific number of times or responding to user input. So mastering while loops will empower you to build more dynamic and interactive program. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are delving into the world of for loops in Python. So join me as we explore the elegance of iterations and learn how for loops can simplify complex tasks in your code. Okay, so the essence of iterations. At the heart of efficient programming lies the need for iterations. Okay, so for loops in Python provide a concise and powerful way to iterate over sequence of data. Okay, so today we will unlock the power of iteration with for loops. Okay, so let's create it. So first time created the basic structure of a for loop. Okay, so let's start with the fundamental structure of a for loop. Okay, so first time create is the fruits. Okay, and is equal for the fruit's name. First time create is the apple. Okay, and next fruit is the banana. Third fruit is orange. Okay, and now I'm create is for loop. For create is call is the fruit, and now create in and fruits. Okay, so then create is semicolon, and now create is the print function. Create is if, and double quotation create is I like, and then curly braces for fruits. Okay, so now complete this code, and here in this example the for loops iterate over its element in the fruit list. Okay, so the variable fruit takes on the value of each element, and the code inside the loop prints for I like fruits for each iterations. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. For this, the result is I like apple, banana, and orange. Okay, so next step is create the iterating over range. Okay, so the over range for loops are not just limited to iterating over list. Okay, so let's create it. So now I am create for again is for loop, and then create is the number is in, for create is range. The range is for 1 and 6. Okay, and now I'm create for clone, and create for is the print function. For print is f is the count. Okay, it's count, then clone, and index for is the number. Okay, so complete in this code. So here the range function generates a sequence of numbers, and the for loops iterates over this number. So in this example, it prints count number for each iteration. Okay, so let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed is count for 5. Okay, so 0 is the 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. It's 5. Okay, so it's completed. Next and create is the enumerate for index and value. Okay, so sometimes we need for both index and the value during iteration. Okay, so let's create it. So first thing create is the fruits is the apple, banana, and orange. Okay, so now I'm create for is the index function. So let's create is for, then create is the index. Okay, it's index, and next create is the fruit, and create in function for enumerate fruits. Okay, so then create is semicolon. Now create is the print function. For print is the index. Okay, first time create is index, and create clone, then curly braces inside is index, and again for its fruit. Okay, its fruit for clone, create is index for fruit. So complete this enumerate code. So here the enumerate method function provides both the index and the value during iteration. Okay, so in this example it prints for index and fruit for each element in the fruit list. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. So first fruit is zero index fruit for apple, is one index fruit for banana, and index 2 is fruit for the orange. Okay, so in this tutorial I am create is for the basic for loop, then create is count, and last one I am create for is the in-memory fruits. Okay, so here the for loops in Python are the architect of iteration allow us to elegantly navigating through data structure. So it's list or range and steps, and mastering for loops will empower you to build more efficient and dynamic programs. Okay, so thank you for joining me in this exploration of for loops in Python programming language. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's Python programming series. And today just learning how to build a class-based Tkinter UI, which is a more scalable and a module way of designing interface in Python. Okay, so let's today just understanding the concept for in this class-based Tkinter this UI. So you can see in this Tkinter is Python's standard GUI library. Instead of writing procedural code, we can define classes to represent our GUI, making the code reusable and organized. Okay. So here use the t.tk inside a class and to define widgets in the methods like the image. Okay. So today, first creating here the basic window with class. So first of all, import here, you can see the Tkinter as the tk. Then generate for here, you can see the class name of a my window. So here is type the my window and then type tk dot then type again tk. So now use the def keyword and also using this init the keyword and also using the super method. Then type for you can see the dot init and then empty. This type for here you can see self dot add the title, and the title is spreading here. This is a my app. Okay, then type for self dot is type for here is a geometry and the size of 300 into that 200 pixel. Okay, so here is the correct. And then now also creating the object app is equal to just call here it's a my window, and again type for here you can see app dot is type for here you can see this is a main loop. So main loop. So now you can see here this example just inherit from tk.tk, then set up the window in the constructor. And calling for here is a main loop to start the GUI event loop. Okay. So now let's verify. So first of all, save this code and run the code now. So you can see here is open is correct. Let's call here. This is a my app. This is the foundation of any class-based doing for this app. Okay. So I hope understanding and see here that is done. And then now you can using here add a label and the button for in this my window side. So first of all here you can see using the self keyword and also going for you can see just remove this. Okay, so you can see this next one. First of all type you can see here the self dot add the label and is equal to just have tk dot including here in this the label. And first of all this inside is type for the self Then type for the text is equal to, so now the type the text is called the welcome. Okay, so add this welcome. And then just next using your again self dot is type the label and this type for here is the pick method. Okay. And then here using writing the self type dot type is a button and is equal to like this tk dot type here is a button and in this inside add the self, then also add the text is equal to. So here is a correctly type, it's called the click me. Okay, so add this click me and also type for you can see the command for this type of self that is type right here, just type where you can see the say hello. Okay, so here this is the command. Okay, and now just going for here, you can see just type for here is the self dot this type is correctly button dot using here the pick method. Okay, it's correctly applied and you can see here using for the another keyword like date. So now here is name for the say hello. So say hello and the self. Just going here and first of all type the self dot just type the label dot also using the config this inside including is correctly text for just like here hello from the class. Okay, so at this class. So now here in this simple example, this add a label and button and when the button is clicked and triggers the say hello method. Okay. So now save this code again and just click on here the sun icon and as you can see here, you can see this is the simple app and just click on here this button and here is a hello from the class. Okay. So the UI logic is cleanly separated into methods inside the class. So now here you can see the full screen and here the short screen. Okay. So it's a small screen. I hope you understand in this example or also this output. Okay. So now let's try for here also using the input field and the display. Okay. So let's creating for the my window inside. So today first apply this button and the labels and I can see just first of all here and you can see is remove this to one. Okay, so you can see just remove. First of all, here is type. You can see self dot type the entry. So entry. This entry is equal to like tk dot type. You can see the entry inside, including the self. Then let's type for again self dot type the entry using here the pick method. And I just type for the button and the button self and the text. So now here change this and including here the text of only show. Okay. And the command for self like show input. And remove this say hello. And you can see here is type the show input in this command. And just also using and now just creating this another label. So first of all type self dot is type the label is equal to just type tk dot including here the label and this inside is add the self, then type for here the text is a empty. And then type for here you can see self dot type the label and then also using here the pick method. Okay. And now just going here and first of all is remove this say hello and now here inserted for is the show input. Okay, so add this show input and tuning this inside and first of all just going is the next step including is correctly text is equal to just add the self dot type for the entry dot using the get method. And now the label is config the text, so now change this text and here including So today, first of all, apply the if string, and in this inside just type the message. So you typed, and then curly brackets inside including here this text. Okay. So here, in the simple example, you are taking input from a user with the entry and show it in a label. Okay. So now just correctly save this code and just click on this run icon, and as you can see here the input failed, so now here is type for like hello, and just click on here show, and now we type for the hello. Okay, so this demonstrates how to handle user input and update that UI dynamically. Okay, so I hope you clear understanding in this tutorial for the Python class based Tkinter UI. Okay, so I hope you clear understanding. So this approach keep your code clean and the modular, great for real world apps. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to today's tutorial. We are diving into the fundamentals of Python programming, and we are starting with a topic that foundational to almost everything you will do in Python for variables. Okay. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of what variables and how to use them effectively. So let's get started. So first time understanding the variables. Okay. In Python, a variable is a named location used to store data in the computer memory. Okay. Think of it all as a container that holds information, and you can give that container a name. So let's get created for a simple example. So first time created is the basic understanding syntax for creating a variable. Okay. So let's create it for is the name. Okay. And then create for is the double quotation is the Jenny. Okay. And print for the name, it's print, and then create for is the name. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code, it's variable. So as you can see, the result is printed for Jenny. Okay, so in this example we create a variable called for name and assign the value for Jenny, and then we print the value of the variable. So it's as simple as that. Okay, so now I'm create for the types of variable. So variable in Python can store various types of data. So the three fundamental types are integer, floating point numbers, and string. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create for is the integer type value. Okay. So create is equal for 25. Okay. And then now I'm create for the floating point number is height. Okay, then is the 5.3. Okay, and now create for this string is message. Its message is equal for is double quotation for is the hello for Python. Okay, it's Python, and then it's complete for the types is integer, then floating point, and last one then string type. Okay, and just print for in this code. So first time create is the print statement, and then create is the age. Okay, then again create for print, and then create for is the height. Okay, and last one create for is the print, and then create is the message. Okay, so in this example we have a three variables. For is for storing an integer, is height storing a floating point numbers, and message for storing strings. So save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so this is the result is printed for the age is 25 and height is 5.3, and the message is for the hello Python. Okay, so now I'm create for is the dynamic type. Okay, so let's create it. So dynamic type is variable. For one powerful aspect of Python is dynamic typing, meaning you don't need to declare the type of variable explicitly. Okay. So Python figures is out of based on the data you assign. So let's create it the Python for dynamic typing. Okay. So let's create it. The first time created is the dynamic. Okay. Is dynamic and underscore for variable. Okay, and then create is for the 42. So is the Python figures out it's an integer. Okay, so now I'm create for is the dynamic variable. Its dynamic variable is equal for double quotations is now its create string. Okay, it's the Python. Okay, it's Python, and then print for in this dynamic variable is print, and create for is the is dynamic variable. Okay, so save this code. So in this code we use the same variable for dynamic underscore variable for an integer and then for a string without explicitly mentioning the type. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so just run. So as you can see, the result is printed for Python. Okay. So last time create for the using variables in operation. Okay. So variables are not just for storing data. You can use them in operations tool. Okay. So let's create it. So first time created the operation is the number 1 is equal for 10, and then create for is the num2 is equal for 5. Okay, and then create for is the result is equal for num1 and plus for num2. Okay, and then print for the result. Okay, is print for result. Okay, save this code. So in this example we perform an addition operation using variables for num1 and num2 and store the result in the result variable. Okay, so let me run this code. Okay, so as you can see, the result is 15 is printed. Okay, so in this tutorial, and that's work on our introduction to Python variables for understanding how to use variable in fundamental to your journey in Python programming language. Okay, thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone. Welcome back to today's tutorial. We are delving into the world of Python variable names. Okay, so choosing the right name for your variables is crucial for writing clean, readable, and maintainable code. Okay, so let's get the best practice for selecting the meaningful variable names in Python. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, the importance of good variables name. Okay, the good variables names are like comments that speak for themselves. You make your code more readable and help you and other understanding the purpose of your variable without diving deep into the code. Okay, so first I am creating the meaningful variables name. Okay, so choose names that reflects the variable naming in variable. So be descriptive and use meaningful word. So let's create it. So first time created is the age, and is 25, and then create is the name is equal for double quotation is Zohan. Okay, so in this example we use more meaningful names like age and name, so making it clear what information this variable store. Okay, so now I'm creating for the avoiding reserved word. Okay, so in this Python reserved words as variables names, these are words that have a special meaning for Python. Okay, so let's create it. So It's created for the avoiding reserved word for class. Okay. And then is equal for the double quotation is for Python class. Okay. So it's avoiding the reserved word for class. Okay. In this example, we use the variable name for class is a bad practice as it's a reserved word in Python. Okay. So now I'm create for is the clear and concise names. So keep variable names clear and concise. Avoid overly long names but ensure the provides enough information. Okay. So let's create it. So first I'm created for the number of students. Okay. Num of its students and then create for is equal for 50. Okay. It's a clear and concise. And now create for is a number of students. Okay. Number of students and underscore in the classroom. Okay. It's classroom and then create is for 50 student. Okay. It's too long. Okay. So in this example, number of students is clear and concise while the longer alternative is less readable. Okay. So you understand the clear and concise name. Okay. So now I'm create for is the camel class case for classes. Okay. So use camel class for classes names to distances from them variables. Okay. So let's create it. So in this code form remove and just created for the camel case classes. So first time create is the class and then create for is the student. Okay. It's student and then clone and now I'm create for is the div and double underscore for is the init. Okay, in this. So let's create for the self comma name and create for is the age. Okay. So now I'm create for is the self dot name is equal for name. Okay. And then again create for is the self dot is and is equal for is the is. Okay. So in this example, we use for camel case for the class name in student, a convention for class names in Python. Okay. So you are understand for the camel case for classes. Okay. In this tutorial for the variables name, I am already discussed and created for the live project. Okay. So and that concludes our exploration of Python variables names. For choosing the meaningful and consistent names is an essential skill for any Python programmer. Okay. And thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. So we are diving into the world of Python variables once again. Okay, so specifically we will be exploring the fascinating topic of assigning multiple values to variables in Python. Okay, so by the end of this video you will have adapted at efficiently assigning values to variables. Okay, so making your code concise and powerful. So let's get started. So first time, introduction to multiple assignment. Okay. So the Python allow you to assign multiple values to multiple variables in a single line, making your code more concise and readable. Okay. So let's get created for the multiple assignment variable. Okay. So first time create is the name, and then create for is the city, and create for is the city, and is equal for is name is the Zohan, and then create for is the age is 25, and the city for it's Canada. Okay, it's Canada. And in this Python code is more simple for another programming language. Our Python is easily created and its concept is so simple. So it's the most interesting programming language for whole world. Okay. So now I'm create for is the print, and then create for is the name. Okay. And then again create for print, and then create for is the age. Last one create for is print, and then create for is the city. Okay. So save this code. For in this code, we assign the values for Zohan is 25 and the city for Canada to variable name, age and city for respectively all in online. Okay. So let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed for the name is Zohan. His age is 25 and the city is the Canada. Okay. So it's code for completed. And next topic for the unpacking list and tuples. Okay. So you can use for multiple assignment to unpack elements from list and tuple. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create for is the numbers. It's numbers. And then create for is the 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's create it for the A, B and C is equal for the numbers. Okay. It's numbers. And now I'm create for is the print function is A, and then again print function for B, and last one print function for C. Okay. So in this code for save, so here the values from the list for numbers are unpacked and assigned to variables A, B and C. Okay. So let me run this code. So this is the result is printed for is the 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So last one I am create for is the swapping variables. Okay. So multiple assignment makes swapping values between variables is elegant and concise. Okay. So let's create it. So now I am create for is the swapping values for x is equal for 5 and y is equal for 10 and x comma y is equal for y comma x. Okay. And just print this code. Okay. Print for is parent is double quotation is x for clone. It's print for x. And then again for create is print and double quotation use for y and clone and print for y. Okay. So in this code for save. Okay. And In this example, we swap the values of x and y using multiple assignment for avoiding the need for a temporary variable. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So in this for remove. Okay, again save and let me run this code. Okay, as you can see, the result is printed for previous x value is 5 and y value is 10, and output is the x value is 10 and y value is 5. It's the swapping variables. Okay, so let's the x and y using the multiple assignment. Okay, so and that conclude our exploration of assigning for multiple values in Python. So this is a powerful feature that can greatly enhance the efficiency and readability of your code. Okay, so I hope you found this tutorial helpful. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are unraveling the power of string in Python. So strings are a fundamental data type and mastering them is essential for any Python programmer. So you will be waving through a string with confidence. So let's get started. So first time created the introduction and discuss the introduction to string. Okay. So in Python, a string is a sequence of character. It can be a combination of letter, number, symbol, or space. Okay. So first time, let's create it the introduction to string code. So create is a message. Its message is equal for the double quotation is create for is the hello. It's Python. Okay. So let's print for in this code. The message is string. So print and the string is the message. Okay. In this example, we define a string variable for message is containing the text for the hello Python and then it print it. Okay. So let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. Hello Python is printed. Okay. So the next step I am created for the string concatenation. Okay. So string concatenation allow you to combine multiple strings into a single strings. Okay. So let's create it. So first time created is the greeting. Its greeting function is equal for the is double quotation create is the hello and then I'm create for is the name is for again is double quotation is the Python. Okay, it's Python and now I'm create is the first time create is the full for underscore is greeting, it's greeting and is equal for is the greeting method and is plus sign and create for is the double quotation is again plus and create for is the name. Okay, and now I am print for is the full underscore greeting. Okay, so here in this example we concatenate two string to create a full greeting. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. And as you can see, the result is print for the result is the hello Python. Okay. So the next topic I'm created and discuss the string methods. Okay. So the Python provides a variety of string methods for manipulating and working with string. Okay. So let's create it. So in this string For method is first create is the text and is equal for the double quotations and create for the Python programming. Okay, it's Python and programming. Is programming, and then I'm create for is the lowercase text. Okay, so first time create is the lower, its lower case is equal for is the text dot lower function, and then I'm create for is the upper, its uppercase is equal for the text dot the upper function. Okay, and third I'm create is the stripped underscore text. Okay, string is for RI double PED. Okay, and its underscore for is text and is equal for the text dot is the strings. So now I am create for the print function. Okay, so first time print the lower case. Okay, its double quotation for is the lower case is clone for is call is the lower case, and again I'm create for is a print function and double quotation is the uppercase for and call for the function is the uppercase, and last time create for again is print and then create for is the stripped text. Okay, stripped text and clone, then call for string script underscore text. Okay, so in this code here we demonstrate the use of some common string methods for lower, upper and strip text. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is printed. So the lowercase in the Python programming and uppercase the Python, and the strip text for the first letter is capital, for its world for two word for the first topic is the capital world. Okay, it's the capital word is created and print for in this function. So now I am create for is the next step is create for the string operations. Okay, so the strings support various operations such as checking for substrings existence and finding the length of a string. Okay, so let's create it for the string operation. So let's create is the text and is equal for the is Python. So is Python capital word is Python for programming language. Okay, and now I am create for is the contains underscore Python. Okay, it's contains underscore Python is equal for the double quotation used for is the Python. It's Python, and create for is the in and the text. Okay, and now I am create for is the length. Okay, its length underscore of the text. Okay, and is equal for len and crit is the text. Okay, so now I am used for the print function. Is crit is the double quotation is contains. Its contains its single quotation used for the Python. It's Python and create for is the clone and then call for is the contains Python and again create is the print function, then create for is the length of text and clone, then call for is the length of text function. Okay, so in this code for we check if the string contains the Python and find the length of the string. Okay, so save this code and run this code. So as you can see the result is printed. So the contents Python is true and the length of the text is the 27. Okay, so and that concludes our journey through the power of string in Python. So strings are a versatile and essential part of programming language. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. We are diving into the world of string slicing in Python. Okay, so understanding how to slice strings is crucial for extracting specific information from your text data. Okay, so you will be a string slicing masters and so let's get started. So first I created the introduction to string slicing. Okay, so string slicing is the process of extracting a portion of a string. So in Python, strings are indexed and slicing allow you to the retrieve a subset of characters. Okay. So let's create the introduction to string slicing code. Okay. So first thing create is the text is equal. It's equal for its Python. Python is awesome. Okay. It's awesome and then created for the this list is list underscore its text is equal for the text and then create for is the index and the 7 clone for 10. Okay, and now I am create for is the print function. Create is the original its original text. Okay, and call for is the text. And now I am again create for is the print function and then double quotation is the list text. Okay, it's list text, then call for the list text. Okay, so in this example we list the string for text to extract characters from index 7 to 9. Okay, so let me run this code. Okay, so as you can see the result is printed. So the string is Python is awesome and the list text is the is. Okay, and I'm created for the next topic is the created for the basic slicing technique. Okay, so the string slicing involves specifying start and end indicates. So the syntax is the start semicolon its clone end where the start index is inclusive and the end index is the exclusive. Okay, so let's create it. So first time created for this text is equal for double quotation create is the programming is fun. Programming is fun. Okay. And then I'm create for is the substring. Okay. Create is the substring. Substrings 1 and it's equal for the text and index is the 0 clone 11. Okay. So in this code for say copy and paste for next line. Okay. I am just change it is the 2 and it's the 3 and I am change it is the clone for 11 and it's the 12 for clone. Okay. So now I am uses the print function. So first time create is the substring. Substring is 1 and clone for created is the substring is 1. Okay. So copy this code and paste for next line. I'm just change it is the 2 and it's for 3 and substring for it's 2 and it's 3. Okay. So save this code and here we demonstrate the different ways to slice a string including using the clone notation and omitting indicates. Okay. So let me run this code and show the result and this is the result is printed for is the substring 1 is programming, substring 2 is programming and substring 3 is fun. Okay. So third step I am creating for the negative indexing. Okay. So negative indexing allow you to slice a string from the end. Okay. So let's create it. So the first time created for the text method is equal for is Python is versatile. Okay. It's versatile and then create for is the last 3 character. Okay. Last underscore 3 underscore the characters. Okay. And is equal for is the text for index is used for the -3 and clone. Okay. And now I'm create for is the print function and the create is the original text for clone is the call for text method and again create for is the print and double quotation is the last 3 character. Its characters then it's the last 3 characters function. Okay. So here we use the negative indexing to extract the last 3 characters of the string. So let me run this code. Okay. So as you can see the result is printed. The original text is the Python is versatile. The last 3 character is the L, E and in sign. Okay. So in this tutorial and that concludes our exploration of string slicing in Python. It's a powerful tool for manipulating and extracting information from strings. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. We are delving into the art of modifying strings in Python. So understanding how to manipulate and modify string is crucial for text processing. Okay, so by the end of this video you will be a string modification wizard. So let's get started. So first time introduction to string modification. Okay, so the string modification involves changing the content of a string. In Python, strings are immutable, which means they cannot be changed directly. Okay, so however, there are various ways to create the modified versions of string. Okay, so let's create it. The first time create is the original text, original underscore text is equal for the double quotation is the Python is amazing. Okay, then I'm create for is the modified text. Okay, it's modified underscore text is equal for the original text dot the replace function is replace, it's the double quotation is the amazing, it's amazing, and then create is the double quotation is the awesome. Okay, and now I am create for the print function. Okay, if print for is double quotation is created the original text for is the original underscore text, and then I am again create for is the print function, and then create is the modified text. Okay, it's text and clone, then call for the modified text function. Okay, so in this example we use the replace method to modify a string by replacing a substring. Okay, so let me run this code. Okay, so as you can see the result is replace the original text is the Python is amazing, and the modified text is the Python is awesome. Okay, it's the result is perfectly creating. Okay, and the next topic I am creating the changing case. Okay, so the changing case of a string is a common modification task. Okay, so in this tutorial I am created for in this changing case. Okay, so first time create is the text is equal for is double quotation create is the Python programming. Python, it's programming, and then create for is the its lower case is equal for the text dot lower function, and again create for is the upper case is equal for text dot its text dot uppercase, and last one I am create for is the title underscore the case is equal for is the text dot the title method. Okay, so now I am create for the print function, and double quotation create is the original text for the text function, and again create for the print function, and create for is the lower its lower case for lower function, and then create again for print function, and create for is the double quotation is the upper case, and clone for call the uppercase function, and last one I am create for the title. Okay, title case, and then create for is the title case function. Okay, so in this code here we use the lower function, upper function, and title methods to change the case of a string. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so as you can see the result is printed. So the original text is the Python programming for all code is the capital, it's the smaller word. Okay, its small word is Python and programming, and the uppercase used for the Python and programming for two words are the full sentence is the uppercase uses, and the title case is the first word is the capital for two is two sentence for is the Python and programming. Okay, so in this tutorial and that concludes our journey through string modification in Python, it's a crucial skill for working with text data. Okay, so I hope you found this video informative and helpful. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello programmer, welcome back to today's tutorial. We are exploring the art of string concatenation in Python. String concatenation is a fundamental skill for building dynamic and expressive strings in your programs. So you will be string concatenation maestro. So let's get started. So first time introduction to string concatenation. The string concatenation is the process of combining or joining strings together. So in Python, there are multiple ways to achieve this, and it's an essential skill for creating dynamic and readable output. Okay, so let's create it. The first time created is the greeting. Okay, it's greeting. Its create for is double quotation is the hello, and then I'm create for is the name is equal for is double quotation used for Python. Okay, and now I'm create for is a concatenate string. Okay, its concatenate string is equal for the greeting for plus sign and double quotation, and again for plus sign for name. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function, and create for the double quotation is greeting. Okay, and clone, then call for is the greeting method. Okay, so now I am again print function, then double quotation used for name and clone, then comma for is the name method, and last one I am create for is the print function is double quotation used for is the concatenate string. Okay, concatenate string, then call for the concatenate string method. Okay, so in this example, we use the plus operator for addition operator or string concatenation to create a greeting message. Okay, so let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. So the greeting for hello and the name is Python. Okay, and concatenate string for is the hello Python. Okay, so in this code for complete, and the next step I am creating and using the join method. Okay, So the join method is a powerful tool for concatenating strings, specifically when dealing with multiple elements. Okay, so let's create it. So first I'm created for is the language. Okay, its language is equal for its index is double quotation used for is the Python, and again create for is the Java, and again create is the C++, object oriented programming, and then create for is the JavaScript. Okay, so now I am creating for the joined string. Okay, joined underscore string is equal for is double quotation for comma, and create for is the dot, join method is the language. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function is created for the language, and clone then create for is the language method, and second I am create for print, and create for is the join string, its string, and call for the join string method. Okay, so here we use the join method to concatenate a list of programming language into a single string. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. Okay, so as you can see the result is printed. So the language for Python, Java, C++, and JavaScript, and join string created for online in this Python, Java, CSS, and it's C++ and JavaScript. Okay, so now I am create for is the last step. I am creating the concatenating string in loop. Okay, so string concatenation in loops is a common scenario, specifically when dealing with iterative data. Okay, so let's create it for loop in concatenation string. Okay, so first time create is the numbers, and create for is the equal, and index is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and now I'm create for is the result method. Result is equal for the double quotation, and create for is the for loop for number in the numbers. Okay, and create for clone, and create is the result, and plus sign is equal for the string for num. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function, create for the numbers, and it's the numbers method, and I'm again create for the print function, and double quotation is the concatenate result is concatenate result, and is clone, then call for the result method. Okay, so save this code. So here we use a loop for concatenate numbers into a string, single string. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see the result is printed for the, it's printed first time print the numbers, and concatenate is 1, and the concatenate in this result, total result is 12, and in this next 123, and as you it's the created for the random, it's create for is 1 2 3 4 and 5 serial. Okay, so in this tutorial, and that was up our exploration of string concatenation in Python. So it's a versatile skill that you will use frequently in your coding journey. Okay, so I hope you found this video informative, helpful, and interesting. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are diving into the world of lists in Python. So lists are incredibly versatile and are we used to store collections of items. So by the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of lists and how to leverage them in your Python programs. Okay, so let's get started. So what are lists? Okay, so the lists are used to store a multiple items in a single variable. Okay, so the lists are on off for building data types in Python. So used to store collections of data. The other three are tuple, set, and dictionary, all with different quantities and uses. So lists are created using the square brackets. Okay, so let's create it. But I am also discuss in this tutorial the list item. So first I'm created in the list. What is list? Okay. So let's create it. So list in Python are a versatile and powerful data structure used to store and manipulate collections of items. Okay. So let's create it the list. The first time create is the fruits is fruits and is equal for the and create for is the third braces and double quotation used for apple and create for again double quotation is the banana and then again create for is the orange, it's orange, and I am also create for the grapes. Okay, it's grape. So complete the list. This is a list I. Okay. So in this example, we create a list of foods containing 4 items. Okay. So I am also created in this video the list items. Okay. So the list items are ordered, changeable, and allow duplicate values. Okay. So list items are indexed. The first item has index 0. The second item has index 1. Okay. So the order, when we say that lists are ordered, it means that the items have a defined order and that order will not change. Okay. If you add new items to a list, the new items will be placed at the end of the list. Okay. In this list are created. So the list are the there are many types of list. Okay. So the first list item is the access list items. Second, the change list items, add list items, remove list items, loop list, list comprehensive, and also for sort list, copy list, join list, and list methods, and last on the list exercise. Okay, this is the list item for the list. Okay, in this video, I'm created are the changeable. The list is changeable for meaning that we can change, add and remove items in a list after it has been created. Okay. So next video I am also discussed for the list item and created for a simple program and explanation for all codes. Okay. So in this tutorial And there you have it, an introduction to Python for list. So lists are fundamental data structure and mastering them will open up a world of possibilities in your Python programming journey. Okay, so I hope you find this tutorial helpful, and if you have any question or want more Python tutorials, drop a comment below. So don't forget to like and subscribe for more Python content. Okay, so thank you for watching, and until for next time, for happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. Today we are delving into the world of accessing list items in Python. So knowing how to efficiently work with list elements is crucial for any Python programmer. Okay, so you will be a pro at accessing list items. So let's get started. So previous tutorial I am create for the list, and please check the previous tutorials and next try in this access list item. Okay, so first I am in this tutorial for created the accessing by index. Okay, so the most common way to access list items is by their index. Okay, so let's create it. So first time created is the first fruit. Okay, first underscore fruits, and is equal for the fruits is its fruits and index for 0. Okay, and now I'm create for is the second fruits, second underscore and fruit. Okay, and create for is the equal is the fruits for fruits index for 1. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function. Okay, print, and create for is the double quotation is first fruit, its first fruit, then clone, and call for is the first fruit. Okay, and again create for is a print function, and create for is the parenthesis, and create is the second fruit. Okay, its second fruit, then clone and call for the second fruit. Okay, so complete this code. So here we retrieve the first and second fruits using their respective index values. Okay, so save this code. Okay, and let me run in this code. Okay, as you can see, the result is the first fruit is apple and second fruit is the banana. Okay, so complete the accessing by index. So next time created in the negative indexing. Okay, so negative indexing allow you to access items from the end of the list. Okay, so let's create it. So first time created is the last fruit. Okay, it's last underscore fruit. Okay, and then create for is the equal, and create for is the fruits and index for -1. Okay, and next time create is the second last fruit. Okay, it's second for underscore for last fruit is equal for fruits and index for -2. Okay, so now I'm create for is the print function. Okay, and let's create is double quotation for is the last fruit, its last fruits, and clone and call for is the last fruit, and then create is the again for print function, and create is double quotation for create is the second last fruit. Okay, and create for clone and call for is the second last fruit. Okay. So save this code, and in this example we use for negative indicates to access the last and second two last fruits. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. Okay. So the last fruit is the grape and the second last fruit is the orange. Okay. So now I am great for third step is accessing for the nested loops. Okay. The created. So if you list contains other list, you can access for nested element. Okay. So let's create it. So first time created is the nested loop. It's list. Okay. It's nested underscore for list. Okay. And then equal for created is the quotation is and double quotation create is apple, and create for is the double quotation for banana, it's banana, and create for is the it's for again for the third braces, and create for is the orange, it's orange, and again create for is the grapes. Okay, it's grape. So complete this line, and now I'm created for is the nested list. Okay. So first time create is a specific fruit. It's a specific fruit, and create is equal for is the nested list for index is 0 and next index is 1. Okay. And now I'm create for is the print function, and create for is the specific fruits. Okay. It's copy and then paste, and then create for is the clone, and call for is the specific fruits. Okay. So in this specific fruits we have a nested list, and we access the specific fruits from the inner list. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. Okay. So as you can see, the result is for the is the specific fruits for the banana. Okay, this is the result for nested list. Okay, so in this tutorial and you will have it for various ways to access list items in Python. So either by index negative indexing, and the last one I am created for the nested list. You have now a toolkit to efficiently work with list in Python. Okay. So I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello Python programmers, welcome back to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to explore how to change list items in Python. Being able to modify elements within a list is a fundamental skill for any Python programmer. Okay, so by the end of this video, you will be a pro at changing list items. So let's get started. So in this code, I am overview for the previous tutorial, and now I am created for the changing list items allow you to update, replace or modifying the content of a list. Okay. So let's create it. So first time created the changing by index. Okay. So the most direct way to change a list item is by its index. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the fruits, and create for is the index 1. Okay, and create is the equal for the in this for ki and wi. Okay, so now I'm create for is the print function, and this message is for the updated fruits list. Okay, updated fruits list. Okay, and used for the clone, and comma for is call is fruits. Okay, So in this example here, we change the second fruit in the list to KI by directly modifying it at index 1. Okay, save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so as you can see, the result is printed in this fruit list are changed for banana and update for kiwi. Okay, so now I am create for is the next step is creating for the changing is multiple items. Okay, so you can change for the multiple items in a single operation. Okay, so let's create it. Now I am create for is the again create for the fruits. Okay, and then create for is the index is clone for 2. Okay, and now create is the equal for the third braces. Double quotation create is the blueberry. Okay, it's blueberry. And then again create for is the another fruits is the strawberry. Okay, it's strawberry. Then create for is the print and update fruits list and call for its fruits and save this code. And here we change the first two items of the list to blueberry and strawberry is on go. Okay, so save this code and run in this code. Okay, so as you can see, the result is printed is updated fruits list for the first one is apple, banana is changed for it's added for the blueberry and strawberry. Okay, so this is the fantastic changing for in this is single operation. Okay, so third I am created for is the using list methods. Okay, so the list methods like insert and remove can also be used to change items. Okay, so let's create it. Now I'm create for in this code for remove. Okay, now newly creates the first time create is the fruits and create for is dot is insert. Okay, and then create for is the two and comma and double quotation create is the cherry. Okay, it's cherry. And I am again create for is the fruits and create for is the dot is. Okay, so first I am in this code for save. Okay, and just let me run and see in this result. Okay, so the result is changes is the updated fruits is the apple, banana, and insert for is the cherry. So this is the result for insert is cherry. And now I'm remove for the fruits is the orange. Okay, so let's create it. Create the fruits and dot is remove. Okay, and remove for the fruits is the orange. Okay, it's orange and save this code. An example in this example here, we first I am create insert for the cherry at index 2 and remove from the orange using list method. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. As you can see, the result is printed and the orange in this list for remove. Okay, this is the updated fruits list is the apple, banana, cherry and grapes. Okay, so in this tutorial, and there you have it, the several ways to change list items in Python. Either we prefer direct indexing and create for is the list methods, and you now have a toolkit to effectively modify list. Okay, so I hope you find this video helpful and more informative. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. Today we are diving into the world of adding list in Python. So knowing how to dynamically expand your list is a crucial skill. So by the end of this video, you will be a pro at adding items to lists. So let's get started. So first I am overview for in this example for fruits, so adding list items allow you to dynamically grow your list and new elements. Okay. So here in this example, we have a list of fruits that we will use to demonstrate various methods of adding list item. Okay. So now I am in this tutorial for creating the add list items. Okay. So created. So first I am using the append. Okay. So the append methods adds a single element to the end of the list. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the fruits and dot create for is the append. Okay. And the fruit is the mango. Okay. It's mango. And then create is the print function. Then create is the double quotation and updated fruits is fruits for list. Okay. Is list and create for is clone and call for the fruits. Okay. So save this code and here we add for mango to the end of the list using the append method. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. So updated fruit list is the apple, banana, orange, grape and mango. Okay. So now I am create for is the second step is creating the using insert list item. Okay. So the insert method allow you to add an element at a specific position. Okay. So let's create. So first time create is the match fruits and create for is dot is insert items. For items is one is index one and create for is the double quotation is used for is the pineapple. Okay. It's pineapple and same as in this print function. So save this code. So here we insert the pineapple at index 1 using the insert method. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So the first index and created is the pineapple. Okay, so it's the perfectly creating and now I'm create for is the third step is using for the extend. So the extend methods adds a multiple elements from an iterable to the end of the list. Okay. So in this tutorial I'm created for using is extend. So let's create it. So first time create is the new fruits item. It's new underscore is the its fruits and is equal for is the third braces and create for is the double quotation is blueberry. Blue, it's blueberry and next time create for is the another food is the strawberry. It's strawberry and then create for is the fruits extends. Okay, fruits dot extend method is create for is the parenthesis is the new fruits and same as in this print function. Okay, so this for is changed. Okay, so save this code. So here we extend the list with elements from the new underscore list using the extend method. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so the updated fruit list is apple, banana, orange, grape, blueberry and strawberry. Okay. So in this tutorial, and there you have it, the several ways to add items to list in Python. So either you prefer using methods like append, insert, extend. Okay. So now you have a toolkit to dynamically expand your list. Okay. So I hope you found this video helpful, and you will have any question or want more Python tutorials, drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Python content. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. We are going to explore how to remove list items in Python. Okay, so knowing how to efficiently manage and clean up your list is essential. Okay, so by the end of this video, you will be a pro at removing items for list. Okay, so let's do it. So in this code for the overview for removing list item, allow you to clean up your list by deleting specific elements. Okay, so here in this example, we have a list of fruits that we will use to demonstrate various methods for removing list items. Okay, so first time created in this tutorial is using remove method. Okay, so the remove method deletes the first occurrence of a specific value. Okay, so let's create it. So first time created is the fruits. Okay, and create for is dot remove method, and create is double quotation is banana. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function, and create for is the double quotation is the updated fruits list. It's fruits list, and clone then call for is the fruits method. Okay, so here we remove the first occurrence of banana from the list using the remove method. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so as you can see, the result is updated from fruits list is the apple, orange and grape. Okay, so now I'm create for and using the pop. Okay, the pop method is remove an element, add a specific index and returns it. Okay, so let's create it. So in this code for remove, and now I'm create is the for remove. Okay, it's remove fruit. It's remove for underscore is fruit is equal for the fruits dot pop, and index is for 1. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function, and create for is the double quotation is the is message for is the remove fruit. Okay, it's removed fruit and clone, then create is the remove fruit method. Okay, so save this code, and in this example we use the pop to remove the fruit at index 1 and print the removed fruit allowing with the updated list. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So the updated list is removed from the banana. Okay, in this banana for remove, and the updated fruit list is the apple, orange and grape. Okay, so next I am create for the using delete for del statement. Okay, the del statement removes an element at a specific index or delete the entire list. Okay, so let's create it. So in this pop message and code for I am remove, and now I'm create is the del method, and create is the fruits for empty index. Okay, So here we use the del statement to remove the fruits for the first fruit at index 0. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So the updated list for is the empty. Okay. So this is the fruits and it's still and fruits for index 0. Okay. So now I'm create for is the next step for using the clear. Okay. The clear method removes all elements from a list. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the fruits. Okay. It's fruits and then create for is the dot is clear. Clear method and then print function I am created for is the updated fruits list is the fruits. Okay. So in this example here we use the clear method to remove all elements from the list. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is the empty. The updated fruit list is empty. Its fruits is the empty for is the show is the no fruits item. Okay. So in this method is perfectly creating. Okay. So and there you have it. The several ways to remove items the, from the list in Python. So either you prefer using methods like the remove, pop, del or clear. And you now have a toolkit to efficiently manage your list. Okay. So I hope you find this video helpful. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. Today we are going to explore how to loop through list in Python. Okay, so understanding how to iterate over list in a fundamental skill. Okay, so you will be a pro at looping through list. Okay, so let's get started. So overview for in this code. So the looping through list allow you to process each element in the list one by one. Okay, so here we have a list of fruits that will use the demonstrate various method for using the looping through list. Okay, so let's create it. So first I've created the using for loop. Okay. The for loop is a common and versatile way to iterate from each item in a list. Okay. So let's create it. So create for is the first is for loop and create is the fruits. Okay. It's fruits and create is the in for again it's for fruits. Okay. It's the only fruits. Okay. And now I'm create for is the clone and create for is the print function. It's the fruits. It's fruit. Okay. Save this code. So here we use a for loop to print each fruit in the list on a new line. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is printed for is the result is the apple, banana, mango and grape. Okay. So again for print in this for is chains for is the apple, banana, mango, orange and grapes. Okay. So complete the for loop. And next step I am creating for the using enumerate. So the enumerate function provides both the index and the value during iteration. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the for. Okay. Then create is the index and now I'm create for is the fruit. Okay. It's fruit and create is the in. Then create is the enumerate method. Okay. And then parenthesis create is the fruits. Okay. And now I'm create for is the clone and now I'm create is the print function is created is the f and double quotation create is the index. Okay, it's index, and index for is index. Okay, and now I'm create is a clone, and index for fruits. Okay, it's fruit. So complete in this code, and here we use the enumerate to print both the index and the fruit during iteration. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. So the index is a 0 for apple, 1 for banana, 2 for mango, 3 for orange, and 4 for is the grape. Okay, so is total items for indexing. Okay, so now I'm create is the using for while loop. Okay, the while loop allow you to iterate from a list using a condition. Okay, so let's create it. So in this code now I'm remove and create for is the index. Okay, it's index and is equal for is 0. And now I'm create for is the while loop, and create is the index, and create is the less than is the length. Okay, for length, and create is the fruits. Okay, it's fruits. And now create is a clone, and create for the print function, and is the fruits, and the index. Okay, it's index, and last time create for the index is for plus equal 1. Okay, so in this example here we use a while loop to iterate through the list while incrementing the index manually. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, so as you can see, the result is printed. So the result is apple, banana, mango, orange, and grapes. Okay, these while loop are created completely. Okay, so now I am using for the another fruit's name is the cherry. Okay, it's cherry, and save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is changes is the increment for is the apple, banana, mango, orange, cherry, and last one the grape. Okay, so the while loop is created, and now last one I'm created for you is the using break and continue statement. Okay, so the in this statement allow you to control the follow of a loop. Okay, so let's create it. So now remove this code. So first time create is the for loop, and then create is the fruit. It's fruit, and create for in, and again create is the fruits, and then create is the clone. Now I'm create for is the if. Okay, and is fruit is the double equal for is the double quotation is the orange. Okay, again clone, and last create is the break statement, and then create for is the print function. The print is the fruit. Okay, is fruit, this is fruit is equal for is orange, and so now I'm create for is the print is the fruit. Okay, so here we use for break to stop the loop if the fruit is orange. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this. So run this code. Okay, so the result is the stop for the loop if the fruit is orange. Okay, so the loop is stopped. Okay, so here in this tutorial, and there you have it, the several ways to loop through lists in Python. So either you prefer the simplicity of a for loop, the flexibility of enumerate, the conditionality of a while loop. Okay, of a list. Okay, you now have a toolkit to simply work with lists. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Python content. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are delving into a versatile and often understood data structure for tuples in Python. So join me on this journey as we uncover what tuples are, how they differ from other data structure, and how they can be a valuable asset in your Python programming toolkit. Okay, so what are tuples? Okay, so at its core, a tuple is a collection of ordered and immutable elements in Python. So unlike lists, once you create a tuple, you can't change its content. So making it a powerful and dependable data structure for various use cases. Okay, so first time create in this introduction of tuples part, create for a tuple. Okay, so tuple are written is a for tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable, and tuple are written with round braces. Okay, so first time create is the this tuple is this for tuple and is equal for the round braces. Okay, so first time create is the double quotation is apple. Again, create for is the banana. And third, I'm create for is the another fruit's name is the cherry. Okay, and now I'm use for is the print function. So print for is the this tuple. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed for is the apple, banana and cherry. Okay. Now I'm create for is the allow duplicates data for in these tuples. So since tuples are indexed, they can have items with the same value. Okay. So let's create for is the tuple allow duplicate value. So first time create is the apple, banana, cherry, and now I'm again create for is the apple and again create for is the cherry. Okay, and now I'm use for in this print for this tuple method. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed is the duplicate data for is the apple and cherry. Okay, now I'm create for is the tuple length. Okay, so to determine how many items the tuple has, use the length function. Okay, so print the number of items in the tuple. In this for remove. Okay, so now I'm create for is the print function is create for is the round braces for is the len. Okay, and closing for the round braces. Okay, so save this code. Okay, just save this code and let me run in this code. So the length is the 3. Okay, 1 2 3. So in this tutorial, last time creating the full tables. So its tuples for creating tuples in Python is simple and initiative. So let's explore the different ways to create a tuple. Okay, so first time creating a tuple with the parenthesis. Okay, so remove in this code. So first time create is the my underscore, it's the tuple. Okay, so then round braces create is the 1 2 and 3, and then create for is the single quotation is hello. Okay, so now I'm creating a tuple without parentheses, so it's also called for tuple packing. Okay, so now create is the another underscore is tuple. Okay, so is equal for is the 4 and 5. Okay, and then create is a single quotation for is the world. Okay, so now I am create for is the creating an empty tuple. Okay, so now I'm used for is the print function, then print for is the my tuple, and again create for is print function for is the another tuple. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is printed. So 1 2 3 is hello, 4 4 5 is world. Okay, so now I'm create for is the empty tuple. Okay, so it's create for is the it's empty underscore for is the tuple is equal for round empty braces. Okay, so let's create for is the print function and then create for is the empty tuple. Okay, so save this code. Just I am in this code for run. Okay, so the in this empty is printed. Okay, so here we are created tuple using for the parentheses, without parentheses tuple packing, and an empty tuple. Okay, so in this tutorial, first time create a tuple and next time create for is the allow for duplicate tuple, and the create is the tuple for length, and last time create is the creating for is the tuple for using is the my tuple and another tuple. Okay, so tuple might be small but they bring immense power and clarity to our Python programs. Okay, so in this tutorial is more attractive and the most important for the tuple introduction part. Okay, so writing more robust and efficient code. So thank you for joining me in this exploration of Python tuples, and thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello programmer, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are diving into the intricate world of tuples and exploring the various ways to access and manipulate items within them. So join me on this journey so as we unravel the power of accessing tuple items in Python. Okay, so overview of tuple access. So the tuple being ordered and immutable offers several methods to access their elements. Okay, so let's explore the different way we can retrieve and manipulate data within tuples. Okay, so first I'm creating the accessing by indexing. Okay, so like list tuple are zero based indexing, so let's see how we can access tuple item for using the fundamental method. Okay, so first time create is the my for underscore is tuple is equal for the braces. First braces is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, and now I am accessing elements using indexing. Okay, so first time create is the first underscore is item is equal for the my tuple for index is the 0. Okay, and now I'm create for is the last item. Last underscore is the item is equal for the my tuple for index is -1. Okay, so now I am create for is the print function is print function, then create first time is the first item and then print for is the last item. Okay, so here use square braces and the index to access specific elements. So negative indicates count from the end of the tuple. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. So the first item is 10 and the last item is the 50. Okay. So next step I am creating for the slicing tuple. Okay. So slicing allow us to create a new tuple by specifying a range of indicates. Okay. So it's a powerful way to extract subtract of data from a tuple. Okay. So let's create it. Previous step I am create for the my tuple. Okay. So in this tuple I am uses. So now I am create for this slicing to get a subset. Okay. A subset for is equal for the my tuple is index for 1 clone 4. Okay. So now I am create for is a print function and create for is a subset. Okay. So save this code. So here the clone is the square brackets indicates a range. So the end index is the exclusive. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So this is the result is the 20, 30 and 40. Okay. It's the subset. And now I'm create for using the in operator. The in operator is a handy tool to check if a value exists in a tuple. Okay. So now I'm create for is the result for using in the check for existence. Okay. Its result is equal for is 30 in for my tuple. Okay. And print for the result. Okay. So here the in operator returns the boolean value for the indicating either the specified value is present in the tuple. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is printed for the result is true. Okay. The 30 is my tuple is the list item. Okay. So next step I'm creating for the built-in tuple methods. Okay. So the Python provides some built-in methods to enhance our interaction with tuples. One notable method is index method. Okay. In this tutorial, for in this code, I am create and using the index method. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the index and underscore of and is the 30. Okay. So is equal for the my tuple dot index is the 30. Okay. And now I am print function call for is the index of 30. Okay. So here the index method returns the first index of the specified value in the tuple. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is printed for is the index is 0, 1 and 2. 30 is index number is 2. Okay. In this tutorial and there you have it, accessing tuple items is a fundamental skill in Python programming. So mastering the different methods allow you to retrieve and manipulate data with precision and efficiency. So thank you for joining me in this exploration of Python tuple access. Okay. So thank you for watching and happy. Hello Python programmers, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are venturing into the dynamic world of tuple updates. So join me on this journey as we explore the methods and technique for modifying tuple data in Python. So despite their immutable nature, okay? So first of all, I'm understanding the tuple immutability, okay? So tuple, as we know, are immutable once created. Their elements cannot be changed. So, however, this immutability does not mean we can't update or manipulate tuple data. So let's uncover the steps for mastering the tuple updates. Okay. So first time created the reassignment of tuples. Okay. So since tuples are immutable, we can change their elements directly. Okay. So however, you can reassign the entire tuple to achieve a similar effect. Okay. So let's create it. The first time created is the my tuple. Okay. It's my tuple is equal the 1, 2 and 3. Okay. And now I'm create for the reassignment to update the tuple. Okay. So here it is a my tuple is equal for the again my tuple for its create is a plus operator and create for is the 4 and 5. So now I'm print function use is the my tuple. Okay. So here by creating a new tuple and combining it with existing ones, we effectively update the tuple. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed is the original tuple was 1 to 3 and the updated tuple and add for is the 4 5. Okay, this is the result. Okay, so now I am create for the second step is the concatenation for tuple update. Okay, so the concatenation is a powerful technique for combining tuples and generating an update tuple. Okay, so let's create it. First time create is the tuple 1 is equal for the 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and now I'm create is the tuple for 2 is equal for 4 and 5. Okay. So now I'm concatenation for tuple update. Okay. It's the updated underscore tuple is equal for is the tuple 1 and plus operator for is the tuple 2. Okay. And now I am used for is the print function for is the updated tuple. Okay. So save this code and here by adding two tuples together we create a new tuple containing elements from both. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is printed for single line. Okay. Next step I am creating for the using is the plus equal operator for in place concatenation. Okay. So the plus equal operator provides a consistent way to perform in place concatenation for directly modifying the original tuple. Okay. So first time create is the original tuple. Okay. Is the original underscore for tuple and then I create for is the is for the extension. Okay. Its extension is equal for is the 4 and 5. Okay. And now I am create for is the in place concatenation using the plus equal operator. Okay. So now I am create for is the original tuple is plus equal for the extension. Okay. And now I am print for is the original tuple. Okay. So here using the plus equal operator is a more conscious way to update a tuple in place by concatenation. Okay. So save this code. Just fit is the 6. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed for is a one single line. Okay. So another way I'm creating for update the tuples is the transformating tuples into list. Okay. So tuples are immutable. Converting them to list allow us to perform updates, and then we can convert them back to tuple. Okay. First name create is the my tuple. Okay. It's for close, and then create for is the my underscore tuple, and then convert tuple to list for update. Okay. So create is the my underscore list. Okay. Is equal for is the list item, for is the my tuple. Okay. And now I'm create for is the my list is index for 2, and then is equal for the 10. Okay. And now I am convert back to tuple. Okay. It's created, updated, underscore tuple is equal for the tuple, for is the my list. Okay. Now I'm print for the updated tuple. Okay. It's the updated tuple. Okay. So save this code. So here converting to a list for updating and converting back to a tuple is a workaround for case where direct tuple update is not feasible. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is printed for is the 1, 2 and 10. Okay. Is the 2 index for is the 10. 1 for is the 0 index. 2 for is the 1 index. And is the 3 position is the 10. Okay. So in this tutorial, while tuples are immutable, Python provide as we with creative ways to update and modify their data. So mastering this technique will enhance your ability to work with tuples and create more dynamic and adaptable programs. Okay. So thank you for watching and have Hello Python programmers, welcome back to today's tutorial. We are embarking on a journey through the realm of tuples and exploring the art of looping. So join me as we unravel the various techniques and strategies for effectively looping through tuples in Python. Okay, so first of all, I'm discuss the importance of looping through tuples. Okay, so the looping through tuples is a fundamental skill in Python programming. Okay, so it's allow us to access and manipulate its element in a tuple. So unleashing the true potential of this versatile data structure. Okay, so now I'm create for is the basic looping with the for. Okay, so it's a classic iteration. So the for loop is a simple yet powerful tool for iterating through the tuple elements. Okay, so let's get created into the basic looping. Okay, so first time create is the my tuple is equal for the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and now I'm create the basic looping is the for loop, and create for is the item in for my tuple. Okay, and clone, then create for is the print function is the item. Okay, so the for loop iterates through is element in the tuple. Okay, so making it easy to perform actions one is items. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed for is the loop is 1. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and next step I'm creating for is the conditional looping. Okay, so is the filtering the elements. So looping becomes more powerful when combined with conditional statement allow us to filter and process specific elements. Okay, so let's create it. So Now I'm create for is the conditional looping. First time create is the for, and then create is the number for num, in for my tuple, and then clone. And now I am create use the if statement, and is the number for is the greater than is the 30. Okay, and print function I am create for is the num. Okay, so in this item I am just simply change is 10, for in this for 20 is the 30, and it's 40, and last one is the 50. Okay, so save this code. So applying conditions within the loop enabling us to selectively process tuple elements. Okay, so let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. For is the greater than is 30, for greater than is a 40 and 50. Okay, next step I am create for is the looping through is the nested tuples. Okay, it's the unraveling the layers. So the nested tuples introduce an additional layer of complexity. Okay, so let's explore how to navigate through the nested structure using the nested loops. Okay, so let's create it. So now I'm create for is the nested tuple. Okay, it's created for the first braces is for 1 and 2. Okay, and next create for is the 3, 4, and again create for is the 5 and 6. Okay, now I am using for the looping through nested tuple for loop, and create is the inner tuple. Okay, it's inner tuple in the nested tuple. Okay, then create for is the for loop is the number in the inner tuple, the and print for the number. Okay, so here the nested loops help us access elements in each layer of the tuple hierarchy. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed for is the first time created in this code. So same as in this nested looping through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then print for is the 6. Okay, so in this tutorial, for the looping the tuple is a skill that every Python programmer should master. Okay, so it opens the door to efficient data manipulations and enable us to harness the full potential of this immutable data structure. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. We are stepping into the world of sets. Okay, so join me on this journey as we explore the fundamentals of sets in Python, unlocking the magic behind this versatile and powerful data structure. Okay, so first of all, I'm introduced to sets. Okay, the sets is Python are an unordered collection of unique elements, they being the power of mathematical sets to your Python programs and allowing you to perform various operations for efficiently. Okay, so let's creating the sets. Okay, so first time creating the set is the building the foundation. Okay, so creating sets is Python is straightforward. So let's see how we can define a set using curly braces. Okay, so first time create is the my set. Okay, and is equal for the set is the curly braces 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function. Okay, it's print for the my set. It's the too easy and created. So the sets are defined using curly braces and elements are separated by commas. Okay. And note the uniqueness for duplicates are automatically removed. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. Okay. So as you can see, the result is printed is the same as. Okay. Next step, I'm create the properties of sets. Okay. So the property is two key properties of sets are uniqueness and unorderedness. Each element is unique and there's no specific order in which its elements are stored. Okay. So let's create it. So in this the set is a my set and I am create for is a duplicate value. Okay. It's for the duplicate for 2, 5, 3 and then create for this is enough. Okay. And now I'm create for the my set and even if we attempt to add duplicate elements, sets automatically remove them so ensuring the uniqueness. Okay. So save this code and just click the and run button. Okay. So the result is removed for is the printed is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So in this tutorial I am also created is the operations on set. Okay. So the operation sets is a manipulating set elements. The sets support a variety of operations including the union, intersection, difference and more. So let's deep into some basic set operation. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the set 1 is equal for the it's create the curly braces and create for is the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. And now again create for is the set is the 2. Okay. Is equal for the curly braces for the 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. And now I'm create for is the union of sets. Okay. So create the union is the union and underscore the result. Okay. And is equal for the set 1 or the set 2. Okay. Now I'm create for is the intersection result. Okay. Intersection underscore result is equal for the set 1 and set 2. Last one I am create for is the difference result. So create is difference for underscore the result. Okay. Is equal the set 1. Okay. It's set 1 and the minus is the set 2. Okay. And now I'm create for is the print function and create for is the union result. Again the print function is create the intersection and then again create for is the print function is the difference result. Okay. Here in this example for sets allow us to perform various operations such as union, intersection and difference making them a powerful tool for data manipulation. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is created. So first created is the union result and then create for the intersection and last one is create the difference. Okay. So in this tutorial, set is Python bring efficiency and uniqueness to your data manipulation toolkit. So either you're programming set operations or modifying element, the mastering sets will elevate your programming skill. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello programmer, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are diving into the world of sets and exploring the art of accessing set items in Python. Okay, so join me on this journey as we unravel the methods and technique for navigating through the unique elements of sets. Okay, so first I am discuss the introduction of sets item. Okay, it's the unlocking the uniqueness. So sets is Python are known for their uniqueness, and today we'll discover how to access and interact with these 10 active elements. Okay. So first of all, I'm creates the basic access with for loop. Okay. It's the simplicity of iteration. So the for loop is using a for loop is a simple and effective way to access each element in a set. Okay. So let's create it. So first time created is the my set. Okay. Is equal for the set is curly braces started. Okay. Now I'm create for is the basic access with for loop. Okay. Create for then is item and in for my set. Okay, and use clone, and now print function used for the item. Okay, so here in this example for the for loop iterate through is unique element is a set providing a straightforward way to access and operate on them. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. Okay, as you can see the result is printed. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, next step I'm creating for the checking for membership. Okay, so the in operator is a handy tool for checking either an element is present in a set. Okay, so let's create it. So first time create and checking set membership for result. Okay, and create is equal for 3 and in operator used for the my set. Okay, and then create for is the print method for print the result. Okay, in this result for here the in operators return a boolean value indicating either the specified elements is present in the set. Okay, so let me run this code. So as you can see the result is true. It's the boolean value indicating, and next time create for is the set method for the access. It's the beyond and the basic. So set comes with a variety of methods that facilitate access and manipulation of their elements. So let's explore some of this method. Okay, so first I'm using the method for access. Okay, so first create is the first item. First item is for the use is the next method for is the iter and create for is the my set. Okay, again I'm created and now create for is the max for item. Okay, its item is equal for the max and create for is the my set. Okay, next time create for is the minimum for the item. Okay, and is equal for the minimum in this method for is the my set. Okay, so Now I am create for is the print function is the first item. Okay. Next time create is the print is the max function. Okay. It's max item. And third and last one I'm create for is the minimum item. Okay. So here, the methods like the next method, max method, and minimum method provide the additional way to access the specific element or information about the set. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed is the first item is 1 and maximum item is 5 and minimum item is 1. Okay. So here in this tutorial and their habit accessing sets item in Python is a key skill for effective data manipulation, and either you are iterating through elements for checking membership or using set methods, and the mastering this technique will empower you in your Python programming journey. Okay, so thank you for joining me in this exploration of Python set access. Okay, so again, thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello programmer, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are diving into the world of the sets of and uncovering the method and technique for adding items to sets in Python. So join me on the journey as we explore the versatility of sets and how to unleash them with new elements. Okay. So first I am introduction for introduce the adding set item. Okay. It's the expanding the uniqueness. So sets in Python offer a unique collection of elements. And today we will discover the various ways to enhance and expand them by the adding new items. Okay. So first I am create the basic addition with add method. It's the simplicity of a single element addition. So the add method is a straightforward way to add a single element to a set. Okay. So first time create is the my set is equal the curly braces 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. And now I am basic addition use with the add method. Okay. It's my set dot is add method used for the 6, 7. Okay. Now I'm create for is the print function and call for is the my set. Okay. So save this code and here the example the add method allow us to insert a single and its double element into the set for maintaining uniqueness. Okay. And in this set for maintaining the uniqueness. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is error but I'm create is the single element. Okay. So again save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is printed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. And next is step I am create is the bulk addition with the update method. So it's the bring in the drops updating with multiple elements. Okay. So the update method is a powerful tool for adding the multiple elements to a set. Okay. So let's create it. So it's used for the my set and then create is the bulk addition is for my set is the create for is the not add it's the update method. Okay. And it's update for the 5. Okay. And next create for is the 7 and 8. Okay. And now I'm create for is the print function. Okay. So save this code and here the update method allow us to add the multiple elements from an iterable such as a set or a list. Okay. Into the existing set. So save this code and let me run in this code. So in this result is error but it's fixed. It's a my set and the update method is okay. So I am simply mistakes for index use the curly braces. Okay. And then again create for is the curly braces. Okay. So save this code and again let me run in this code. So the result is printed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. So now in next step I am create for the combining sets with the union method. Okay. So the union method is provide a way to combine two sets. So creating a new set with unique elements from both. Okay. So let's create it. So first time created is the set 1 is equal for the curly braces 1, 2, 3. Okay. And next create is the set 2 is equal for the curly braces is 3, 4 and 5. Okay. And now I am used for the combining set with the union method. Okay. Its the result. Its result for set is equal the set 1 dot the union method for is the set 2 and create for is the set 2 method. Okay. And last one create is the print function. Create for is the result set. Okay. So save this code and the union method is create a new set for containing unique elements from both set. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is printed is the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in this tutorial and there you have it, adding elements for items to set in Python is a crucial skill for data manipulation. Either you are adding for single elements, updating with the multiple values or margin set, and mastering this technique will enhance your Python programming toolkit. Okay. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Python sets. It's them item addition. Okay. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are delving into the world of sets and unraveling the methods and technique for removing items from sets in Python. Okay, so join me on this journey as we explore the various ways to streamline and tailor sets to our needs. Okay, so first of all, I'm introduced for introduction to removing set items. Okay, so the sets is Python offer a unique and dynamic collections of elements. Okay, and today we will discover the methods and technique to sculpt and tailor these sets by removing element. Okay, so now I am removing with the remove method used to create. So the remove method is a precise tool for deleting a specific element from a set. Okay, so let's get created. So first time create is the my set. Okay, is equal for the curly braces is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and now I'm create for the removing with the remove method. Okay, so my set for dot is the remove method. Okay, the remove is the 3 and now I am create for and print for them is print my set. Okay, so in this for okay, so in this example the remove method allow us to delete a specific element from the set. If the element is not present, it risks a key error. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is printed for the set remove is the 3. Okay, so it's print for 1, 2, 4 and 5. Next step I am create for the discarding with the discard method. Okay, so it's the gentle removal discarding without error. The discard method is a gentle alternative to remove method for allowing us to discard an element without raising errors if it's not present. So now I am create for is the discarding with the discard method. So first of all, I am create is the my set, okay? And dot create is the discard. Discard for the 4, okay? And then create for print function for call the is my set, okay? So in this example, the discard method removes the specified method it is exists but does nothing if the element is not present. So now let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is discard for the 4. Okay. Next step I am creating with the popping with pop method. It's a surprise removal popping an arbitrary element. So the pop method not only removes but also returns an arbitrary element from the set. So first of all I am create is in this set and then use for the popping with pop method. Okay. So create is the pop underscore is item and is equal for the myset dot pop method. And now I am first print is the popped item. Okay, save this code and run in this code is the pop item is 1 and next I am print for is the print function and print for the myset. So in this program, the pop method removes and returns an arbitrary element from the set. If the set is empty, it raises a key error. Save this code and let me run in this code. So the result is, so first time create is the popped item is 1 and the set is the 2, 3, 4 and 5. So next step and last time created for the clearing with clear method. So it's the blank state, so clearing all elements. The clear method is a swift way to clear all elements from a set, leaving it empty. So let's create it. So in this code I am remove and now I am create for clearing with clear method for my set. Dot is the clear method and then create for is print function and call for the my set. Okay, save this code and here the clear method removes all elements from the set, leaving it empty and ready for new element. So let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is printed, so set is empty. So and there you have it. In this tutorial I am creating and introduce for the removing items from set in Python is a crucial skill for refining your data collections. Either you are precisely deleting specific elements or creating a clean state. Mastering these techniques will elevate your program is Python programming. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are diving into the powerful world of Python dictionaries. Okay, so join me on this journey as we explore the ins and outs of dictionaries. So you a key player in efficient data storage and retrieval. Okay, so first of all, I am introduction to dictionaries. Okay, so it's the unlocking key value pairs. Dictionary in Python are versatile data structure that allow us to store and retrieve data using key value pairs. So they provide a fast and efficient way to organize and access information. Okay. So first of all, I am creating a dictionary. Creating a dictionary is as easy as curly braces and key value pairs. So let's take a look at how to create a simple dictionary. Okay. So created. So first time create is the my is the dictionary. Okay, its short form use is the DICT. Okay, and then equal for the curly braces is create for single quotation is name. Okay, and use for the clone. So the name is the Zohan. Okay, next time create for is use the single quotation. Okay, and this is for single quotations. And now I'm create for is the age. Okay, is for clone, and then his age is the 25. Okay, and now I'm create for is the city, and use again clone, and then single quotation create is the New York. Okay, New York. Okay, and in this example, a dictionary is defined by enclosing key-value pairs. Within curly braces, each pair consists of a key and its corresponding value were separated by a clone. Okay, so it's a simply creating for the dictionary. Now I'm create for the access values for dictionary. So accessing values in a dictionary is quick and direct. So let's see how we can retrieve information using key. Okay. So first time create is the name, for is equal, then for call is my dict is the name. Okay. And now I'm create for is the age is equal for the my text, for single quotation use the age. Okay, and last one I am print for the name value, and then again print for the age variable. Okay, so in this code, for example, values in a dictionary are accessed by providing the key within square brackets. So this direct access is what makes dictionary efficient for data retrieve. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. For the result is the Johan. Name print for Johan and age is 25. Okay. So next step I'm create for the adding and modify entries. Okay. So the dictionary are dynamic, allowing you to add new key value pairs or modify existing ones on the fly. Okay. So let's create it. So first of all I am create is remove, and then I'm create for is the my dictionary, and create for third braces, and single quotation for is the occupation. Okay, its occupation, and then is equal for the single quotation is the engineer. Okay, it's engineer, and then I'm create for is the my dictionary, for third braces and single quotation used for the age. Okay, and then age is the 28. Okay, and now I'm create for is the print function, and create for is the my dictionary. Okay, so in this code save. Okay, so here to add a new entry, simply assign a value to a new key. To modifying an existing entry, assign a new value to the corresponding key. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. So the age is 28 and occupation is the engineer. Okay, it's the created. And third step I'm creating for the removing entries. Okay, so the spring clearing your dictionary is a brace with methods like the pop method and delete. So let's see how to remove entries. Okay, so now I am remove for the first of all I am create is the dictionary. Okay, is the my dictionary dot use the pop method. So pop is the single quotation is occupation. Okay, it's occupation. And now I'm create for is the del function. Okay, and create for is the my dictionary. For the single quotation use the ct. Okay, so now print for is the my dictionary. Okay, so here the pop method removes an empty based on its key, and the del statement deletes to empty based on the key as well. Okay, so save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is printed. Okay, so the occupation is deleted and add for is the name. Okay, in age. In this tutorial, and there you have it, the dictionary in Python are your key to efficient data storage and retrieve. Either you are creating a data blueprint, accessing values with precision, or exploring the dictionary toolbox, and mastering dictionaries will empower you in your Python programming journey. Okay, so thank you for joining me in this exploration of Python dictionary. Okay, so thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello everyone, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are delving into the world of dictionary access in Python. So join me on this journey as we explore the various methods and techniques to retrieve values from dictionary efficiently. Okay, so first of all I am discuss the accessing dictionary items. Okay, so the accessing items in a dictionary is a fundamental skill in Python programming. So today we will explore the method and technique to navigate this treasure trove of data. Okay. So first of all, I'm create the basic access with keys. Okay. So the most direct way to access a dictionary item is by using its key. And let's dive into the basic method of accessing dictionary item. Okay, so let's create it. So first I'm created the basic access with key. Okay, so I'm just change it for is the name. So in this code I am created for the previous tutorial is the introduction of dictionary. Okay, please check in this previous tutorial. And now I'm create for the access dictionary items. Okay, so it's changed for the Alice. Okay, and the age is for 30. Okay, and the city is for Canada. Okay, it's Canada. And now I am create for the name. Okay, its name is equal for the my dictionary is the name. Okay, and then create the age is equal for use my dictionary for the age. Okay, and now I am create for the print function is name, and again create the print function for is the age. Okay, so here we use the keys directly with the square brackets to access the corresponding values. Okay, so this method provides a quick and direct routes to the data. Okay, so let me run this code. Okay, so as you can see the result is printed. So the name is Alice and age is 30. Okay, so next step I am using the get method. Okay, so the get method provides a gentle way to retrieve values specifically when dealing with non-existent key. Okay, so let's create it. So first of all I am create for the is create the occupations. Okay, its occupations is equal the my dictionary dot the get method is single quotation create the occupations, okay, and then create the single quotation used for not specified, okay. Okay, and last one I am create the print function, okay, and the print function is the occupation, okay. So here the get method allow us to retrieve a value for a given key, and if the key doesn't exist, it returns a default value for preventing error, okay. Save this code and let me run this code, okay. So this is create and run for the not specified, okay. I'm not declare in this occupation for in this my dictionary, okay. So it's the printed for the not specified. So next step I am creating for the accessing keys, values and item, okay. So the Python dictionary come with built-in methods to explore their contents, okay. So let's dip into the key method, values method and item methods, okay. So let's create it. So first time create the it's great for the keys, okay, is equal the my dictionary used for the keys method, okay. And then I'm create for is the values is equal the my dictionary dot values method, okay. And third one I'm create for is the items, okay. And items is equal the my dictionary dot is items method, okay. And now I am print for keys method, its key variable, and again print for the values, and third I am print for the items, okay. So here in this example for key method return a view of the dictionary keys, value method returns a view of the values, and items method return a view of key value pairs, okay. So this method allow us to explore the dictionary toolbox box efficiently, okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see the result is printed, okay. So the key for name is city, and the dictionary value for Alice is 30 and the city is Canada, and the item is in this, okay. So name Alice is 30 and city is the Canada. So it's the perfectly and literally is printed, okay. So it's the most important and interesting point in this tutorial, okay. So, and there you have it. The accessing items in dictionary is a crucial skill for efficient data manipulations in Python. So either you are using direct access the get method or exploring the dictionary toolbox. So mastering this technique will empower you in your Python programming journey. Okay. So thank you for watching and happy coding. Hello programmer, welcome back to today's tutorial. Today we are diving into the art of transforming the Python dictionary. So join me on this journey as we explore the methods and technique to change item within dictionary with precision and efficiency. Okay. So first of all, I'll discuss the changing dictionary item. Okay. So the changing items within a dictionary is a fundamental skill in Python programming. So today we will explore the various method and technique to transfer your dictionary with precision. Okay. So first time create is a direct assignment. Okay. So the So the most straightforward way to change a dictionary item is by direct assignment. Let's dip into the basic method of changing dictionary item. Okay. So in this code I am created for the previous tutorial, and please check the previous tutorial and then start in this tutorial for the change dictionary items. Okay. So next time create the changing the value of age. Okay. So let's create is the my dictionary for is single quotation is for is equal for the 35. Okay. And then create for is the print function for is the my dictionary. Okay. So here we use direct assignment by providing the key and assigning a new value to it. So this sweet method allowing us to change items with precision. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. For is the result is name. For Alice, age is 35 and city is England. Okay. And next topic I'm create for is the using update method. Okay. So let's create it. So the update method provides a powerful way to change multiple items within a dictionary at once. Okay. So let's explore this method. So in this tutorial, I'm also create the direct dictionary and create is the update method for call is the my dictionary and dot use for in this update method and create for is the curly braces and single quotation is age and create is the clone for is the 40 and then create for again is the operations. Okay. And semicolon. Then create for is the single quotation use the engineer. It's engineer. So it's change the age is 36 and it's the single quotation. Okay. So now in this code complete and print for the my dictionary. Okay. So here the update method allow us to provide a dictionary of key value pairs to update multiple items simultaneously. It's a bulk transformation approach. Okay. So save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. For update for is the age is 36 and option is the engineer. Okay. So next step I create for is the using pop method created. Okay. So the pop method not only removes but also returns the value associated with a specified key. Okay. So let's see how we can use it for selective information. Okay. So let's create it. So first of all, I am create the changing with the retrieving the value of s. Okay. So let's create it. So first of all, I am create is the new underscore age. Okay. And is equal for is the my dictionary or dot the pop method used for the single quotation is age. Okay. And now I'm create for is the my dictionary for age third braces for age. Okay. And then is equal for is the new age for increment 1. Okay. And now print the my dictionary. Okay. So here the pop method not only removes an item but also returns its value. We can use this value to perform further transformations before updating the dictionary. Okay.
So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. So the name, city, occupations and age. Okay, if the increment is the 37. Okay. So in this tutorial, for changing items within dictionary is a powerful skill for efficient data manipulation in Python. So either you are using direct assignment, the update method, or exploring more advanced technique, and mastering these methods will empower you in your Python programming journey. Okay. So thank you for watching and happy coding.
Thank you for watching and happy coding.
Hello everyone, welcome back to today's new tutorial. Today we are embarking on a journey to enhance our Python dictionary. So join me as we explore the methods and technique to add new items with precision and efficiency. So first of all, I'm discussing the adding items to dictionary. So it's the expanding the data horizon. Okay. So adding items to dictionary is a fundamental skill in Python programming. Today, we will explore the various method and technique to expand the horizon of your dictionary with precision. Okay. So first of all, I'll create the direct assignment. So the most straightforward way to add an item to a dictionary is by direct assignment. Let's dip into the basic method of adding dictionary item. Okay. Now I'm create for is the my dictionary name is Alice and is 25 and city is great for the Wonderland. Okay. Okay. And now I am create for is adding new item. So call is the my dictionary and the third braces create the occupations. Okay. And in this for the single quotation use the engineer. Okay. It's create the designer. Okay. It's designer. Now I print for the print section is create is the my dictionary. Okay. So here we use the direct assignment by providing a new key and assigning a value to it. Okay. So this switch method allow us to add items with precision. Okay. So save this code and let me run in this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. Is the occupation is the designer is printed. Okay. So next step I am creating and using the update method. So the update method provides a powerful way to add multiple items to a dictionary at once. So let's explore this method. Okay. Now I am create for is the update method. Okay. So let's create it. So first time create is the my dictionary dot use the update method and curly braces create for is the it's create for its patients and it's the single quotation use. Okay. So then create is the semi its clone for its single quotation the its engineer. Okay. So next time create for is the hobby. Okay. Its hobby or use the single quotations and this remove. Okay. And the hobby is for single quotation use the reading. Okay. Print the my dictionary. Okay. The update method allow us to provide a dictionary of key value pairs to add the multiple items. For the simultaneously, it's a bulk addition approach. Okay. So save this code and let me run this code. So the occupation is engineer and hobby is a reading. It's printed. Okay. So next step, I am creating for the set default method. Okay.
So the set default method is a handy tool for adding items with default values if the key doesn't already exist. So let's see how it works. Okay. Now I'm create for is the adding with default value. Okay. So first of all, I'm create the my dictionary dot the set default value is the hobby. Okay, it's hobby. Then create the single quotation is reading. Okay, it's reading. Here the set default value its method check is a key exists. If it does, it returns the existing value. If not, it adds the key with the specified default value. Okay, so save this code and let me run this code. So as you can see, the result is printed. Okay, this is the result. Okay, in this the result for in this example. So in this tutorial, and you'll have it here, the adding items to dictionary is a powerful skill for expanding your data in Python. So either you're using direct assignment, the update method, or exploring more advanced technique, and mastering this method will empower you and in your Python programming journey. Okay. So thank you for watching and happy coding.